Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a beautiful boho style bracelet using products from Jesse James Beads. So this is a new mix they have out. It's called Adventure Awaits. There it is. And let's take a look at it really quick. But first, our encouraging word for today is you are tough, you are loved, and you are not alone. So keep that in mind. All right, here we go. Now, this is beautiful. I love this mix. It's going to make such a pretty bracelet. So we've got 4 of these gorgeous kind of marbled glass beads. And I love the shape. Really, really cool. Okay, got those. We've got these 2 really cute little tassels. And I love these tassels too because they're looped and not just, not just fringed. I think they're so cool like that. We're going to be using them. We're using the whole mix. So we're using these 2 beautiful, this is like a slate blue color or denim. They're so pretty. And we've got these right here, faceted, gorgeous beads. We have this really cool big boho guy. He's got silver on him, and the rest of this is pretty much gold. So I think it'll be okay though. I don't think it'll be a problem. He's so pretty. I really want to use him. We've got these big gold ones. And I'm sorry, my camera setup right now stinks because we're moving and I've got my whole room packed up just about. So these are the miracle bead. Aren't they cool? So my whole room's packed up basically is what I'm trying to get to. And the camera setup is not what I'm used to. It's going to be that way for a few weeks because these are pretty. We're going to be moving in with my in-laws. We close on this house on the, we have to be out the 19th. So we're going to my in-laws, but we don't close on our new house until the 31st. So we have like a 2-week or, I don't know, several day layover. So we're going to have that layover with them, and then we'll get into our new place, and I'll be doing craft room setup videos. Yay. Look at these little blue hearts. Oh my goodness. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. And we have some copper spacers. So this, we're going to use this entire mix in this bracelet. And we're also going to be using this really cool chain. So this is Jesse James. I will have links for everything in the description box below. But look at this. Is this not the coolest stuff ever? Really cool chain. We're going to be using this really cool chain as well. And I've got a large lobster clasp. So this we're also going to be using. And you're going to need jump rings and head pins. And I think that's everything. And I am going to be using my 1-step looper. Let me grab it. Okay, so I'm going to be using my 1-step looper as well because we're making a lot of dangles for this bracelet. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is get our length. So I always like to do that if I can at the beginning of the bracelet because my wrist is really, really weird, and it seems like I always do it wrong. So these links on this chain are really cool. So are those my, don't want to use my round nose pliers to do this. Okay, so these open, all right, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to open them just enough to put this chain, this link in, this large link. Okay, so we're just gonna put this guy right in here. Right like that. And just close it back up. Now I have not made this bracelet already. This is the only mix. I didn't have doubles of this mix, so I didn't make a sample. So I'm hoping that, everything turns out okay. I think it will. It's not really hard or anything. It's just, I haven't done it yet. So have patience, please. All right, now, so I need to get my length. So the lobster is going to clasp on here, but I'm going to actually attach it, obviously, on the chain on the other side. So my wrist is about 7, it's about 6.5 inches. I do everything about 7.5, between 7 and 7.5. So it looks like if I take right about here on this chain, so about 2 and, I don't know, 2¼ inches or so will be good. So what I'm going to do is it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 links. I'm going to take it apart right here on the 6th link. And to do that, I'm just going to do the same thing we just did. I'm just going to open these right up, slide this out, and then I'm going to put my lobster right on here, just like this. Now that looks freakishly small. But it measures right. This is what I run into with bracelets. I'm gonna put a couple back because I'm scared. I don't want it to end up too small. So how does this work? Okay. I think this goes on here. Is that right? Oh, okay, hold on. I think I see. These go through here. These go through here. Sorry guys, let's I may just go to the other end. I'm not gonna sit and try to do that with you on camera, sorry. Let's go to the other end and let's do it right this time. Okay, so here we have, same thing. We're gonna open these up, put them on. I'll figure that out later. I will put it back, but I'm not gonna do it right now with the whole world watching me. All right, there we go. Now, okay, let's, gosh, that looked so tiny, but, and I know you have to go a little bit bigger to allow for the, that looks much better. I'm gonna go a full 8 inches, because I know when we put dangles on, this is gonna, you know, the beads are gonna take up room and it's gonna, but actually I'm gonna go 8.5 because I'm really kind of scared. It looked so small. All right, so how many links do we have again? Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the 9th link here, I'm opening it up. I see how that worked. I see how it works now, but I wasn't going to sit and try to figure it out with you guys watching, because that would be frustrating for everyone. Okay, let me get this one off. There we go. I hope this was better. It's got to be. Yeah, now I may be too big, but it's okay. We're going this way. I'm just going to do it, you know, to be safe, because the links aren't going to be hooked onto this part, or the dangles aren't going to be hooked onto this part anyway. So if I needed to remove a link later, I could always do that. I'm probably going to keep this bracelet because I love the colors. A lot of things I donate or I give as gifts, you know, whatever. But this one I really love. These colors, they're so pretty. Okay. All right. So now that we've got that done, and I think that that's, I mean, yeah, it's loose, but by the time we get the beads in, I think it's going to be good. So make sure you know, measure yours and get it the length that you need it to be without too much problem there. Now we're going to have fun. So here's the bead mix. I'm going to do all single dangles, okay? So I'm not going to double up any of the beads. Well, I may double up one of the, like these daisy spacers, but everything else is going to be single bead. So we're just going to start on it. I've got my one step looper here, and I'm just going to make a bunch of dangles, okay? We're just going to do all of them. So the one step looper, if you have not used it, you just insert the wire. This is the 1.5 millimeter. You just insert the wire right into here. I get down as close to the bead as I can get because it does kind of leave a space in between sometimes. And then I kind of tilt my bead back once I do that. And there is your little dangle. Now, I prefer to make my own just because I like the way my loops turn out better. But when you're doing this many, it really, you know, you just really kind of have to deal with it and make the loops with this. It is a lot quicker than making my own, definitely. So while we make a million dangles, let's talk. So a lot of people have asked what's going on with me, and I will just give y'all the abbreviated version. We are moving to Florida. We're moving to Deltona, not Daytona. We'll be close to Daytona. We'll only be like 36 minutes, I think it is. From my son mapped it. He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be close to Daytona. He's all excited. So 36 minutes from Daytona. Not that he lives with me. He lives back in West Virginia, but apparently he's planning to visit. And so that'll be nice. We're about 45 minutes from Orlando, and we are about, I don't know, a couple hours from Gainesville. So we're kind of central, and we're really excited about it. We're going to be about 45 minutes from my in-laws, which they need a lot of help from us, so that's a good thing. And then my aunt and uncle are moving down there to Edgewater, and we'll be about 35-40 minutes from them. So all that works out really great, but I'm going to be farther from my own family, which is back in West Virginia, so that part does make me a little bit sad. But a plane ticket or a plane ride is a whole lot better than a 7.5-hour car journey, and the fact that gas prices are skyrocketing, you know, I'll just probably fly. It'll be much better. So we're just continuing to make our loops here. Dangles, lots of dangles. But anyway, I don't know. I'm excited about it. I know a lot of you guys, I know a lot of the subscribers on my YouTube channel, because this video is going to play on Jesse James' Facebook page, I think. But I also usually put them up on my YouTube channel after they air for Jesse James. So those of you that are not subscribers on my YouTube channel, that's why I, you know, am referencing the YouTube channel, because a lot of the people I know that follow Jesse James are subscribers on my YouTube channel. So anyway, I know a lot of my subscribers live in Florida, and so I'm really kind of excited about that. I think it would be really cool to have a get-together, like a big beading day or something, maybe, where we all meet somewhere and just hang out and make things. I think it would be a lot of fun. I thought, you know, I might make up a bunch of kits or something and have everybody a kit and we can all make the same thing. I think it would be really cool to do that. So for all my Florida friends, yeah, what do y'all think? I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, so this bead has a really big hole, and when that happens, I just grab, let me find them. I just keep the little white beads that are spacers, little spacer beads on these little guys that are little spacer beads on strands, and I will use him to put on there first and block that hole. And I mean, he shows, but he's pretty, so it doesn't really matter. They're just little white or clear iridescent kind of little bead. And that keeps your big bead on there. So we're just making dangles, lots of dangles here today. Debbie Cobb, she calls me the dangle queen. I do dangles on a lot of things, I gotta say. But this looper, I mean, it makes them go by pretty quickly, actually. It's pretty handy. They come in several different sizes, too. I wasn't aware of that until the other day. But yeah, apparently they come in different looping sizes, which totally makes sense. I don't know why I didn't know that, but this is the only one that I have, and it seems to work great I've never had a problem with it with these loops. I mean, you know, making the size I need, so those we don't have to make dangles for. Let's set them aside. And I try to use shorter head pins for this. I have all my head pins just mixed together, but in a drawer, a little acrylic drawer right here. But I try to use shorter ones because you don't want to, you know, the longer ones I save for long things that need like a lot more wire room or wrapped stuff, you know. And you could wrap all these loops. That would be very secure and probably the best way to do this, but for time's sake in this video, we are not going to wrap all these loops. We are just going to make them regular, and they'll be fine. You can hook them on, we're just going to hook them on with jump rings, but you could always hook them on with split rings if you wanted, which would make it even a little more secure, but I'm I'm not really worried about it. Usually once you close them up, they're pretty good unless you have super thin head pins. I love these little hearts. These are so cute. And I'm putting some on upside down and some on the right way, just for some variety. But oh my goodness, they're adorable. This is going to turn out really pretty. I think these colors are just beautiful. Beautiful. Love them. So we're just continuing to make loops here. Just a few more. Actually, well, I need to use these guys, maybe. I don't know. I may not use them. We'll see. I don't really have to use them. I could use, see, they have a bigger hole as well. So, is that going to stay? Actually, that is going to stay. So I'm going to go ahead and put one with this bead. And let's see, we'll do one, I guess maybe with this guy. Yeah, that's okay. I think they're kind of funny looking on the bottom of the beads by themselves, but I think once we get the whole dangle thing going, it's going to be, they're all going to blend anyway. And I do like that they kind of tie together these pretty beads, and so I like the color of them in there. All right, we're almost done. My bead mat is in the washer, so I'm having to use a spare one. My whole room is packed up. I kept all my Jesse James stuff out. Like I said, we're going to be transitioning. We're going to be between places, so I had to keep out my entire store, which has been crazy. It's hard to, I think the hardest thing about packing to move is when you're going to have a layover and you're not going to be able to get directly into your new house. It's kind of hard to decide what to keep out, you know? It's like, oh my goodness. I look at all my beading stuff and my craft room stuff, and I think I can't live without that, but I can't take it all with me to my in-laws either. So, yeah, I have to live without it for a little while. And we are about done with our dangles. Well, we have a few more. We're doing pretty good. I might double up a couple just because. Here, let's do this. Let's put a couple of these on one thing. I don't want to double up too many because it does need to have kind of a fullness to it. We'll go ahead and do this one with him again. Actually, I'll probably just do them like that because I don't think these will look good with any of those beads, really. They won't sit right. So we'll use it with this one. All right. Very cool. They come up with some of the prettiest color combos, I think. That's not something I'm super good at. Brittany's awesome at it. I wish I was better at it, putting different color combos together. But Jesse James they do this amazingly. And so that's one reason I really like their stuff, because if you are lacking at that, then you come up with some really nice, you don't have to, you know, they take the work out of that for you. Is what I'm trying to say. But they do have beautiful color combinations. All right, it's looking good, guys. Looking real good. About done here. Oh, why won't you go on? The last few, you got to be difficult. There we go. Do you guys talk to your beads? I talk to them. Talk to myself too, but you know. I hear a horn beeping outside, like somebody's locking up their car. I think I have a lady coming today to help me do some stuff in here. I'm not sure. I say I think because I can't remember when she left on Thursday if she said she was coming back today or not. But it could be her. So if the doorbell rings, I'll have to go down there. Sadie will lose her. Yep, that's her. So I will pause the video and be right back. Okay, so we're back here, and I'm going to finish making our little loops. There's just a couple more left. All right. Miss Jan did come today, and she is putting beads in baggies for me, so thank God for Miss Jan. She's a big help. All right, here we go. We're almost finished with this part. No, you're fine. It's fine.
I actually don't know how to make it harder.
And we got one more little blue heart. These beads are called miracle beads because they have like a depth to them, I guess. I don't know how you would explain it, but that's what I've heard them called anyway. All right, let's get this last little blue heart on here. Very good. Okay, now we've got all the dangles made, finally, right? That didn't take really all that long, but still, seems like it sometimes. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hook all our dangles right here onto our rings. I'm gonna hook some here on the middle, on these small ones. I'm just gonna really try to fill it up and make it very full. Now, I have a bunch of jump rings here. And let's see, I put all my jump rings together in this container, which probably isn't the best way to do it, but that's what I do. These look pretty good. These are like a 6mm, and they're kind of, yeah, they have a little bit of a thickness to them. I don't like to use really thin jump rings on this because if you do, they're just a lot more apt to come open. So try to have a jump ring that's got a little bit of a gauge to it. That way it's a little more secure on your bracelet. Okay, so we're just going to open these up and start putting our dangles on. Now, I like to put the bigger ones on first, so I'm going to put this guy because I really like him. He's so cool. We're going to put him right in the middle, and you want to put some on one side of the ring and some on the other. But I try to put the bigger ones on first just to find a balance, and then you can fill in with your smaller ones. That seems to work pretty well. So we've got that big bead right there. I'm going to do one of these blue ones. And you do want to make sure, because if you use the one-step looper, your loops will still be open a little bit. So you do want to make sure you close those loops when you're putting your dangles on. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy over here to kind of balance that out. Now when you get them all on, whoops, they're all going to be kind of flowy, and it won't really, I mean, I don't think that it's a super big deal, you know, but I still like to try to balance it because, I don't know, you don't want it to look like everything's on one side, or even if they are all going to kind of flow together, you still want it to have a balance to it. So just putting them on. So now we have a big one on one side and a big one on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them out here and kind of show you how I would put them on, and then I will pause the video and put them on, so you don't have to watch me do all that. So I would take these probably and do one on each side here. Let me scoot this up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. Probably this guy, because we have him right here on this one. So I probably will put him right here on the smaller ring. These guys are kind of big, so I'm going to space them out a little bit. Same way. Let's see, might do one there and one here. And I really like these tassels. These tassels are so cute. We're going to do one on each end, just like that. And then these, I'm just going to do like this. Again, just spacing them, just trying to make it to where there's kind of a balance to everything. I'm not going to hook any, well, yeah, actually I do. I need to do one guy right there. I was going to say I wasn't going to hook any more of those on, but I did. Okay, we're going to put one there. Now remember, your lobster will close up here, so it'll just clasp on wherever. And then all these little ones, I'm just going to fill in. So we've got most of our big ones on. And then all the little ones I'm just going to fill in as I go. So I'm going to hook all these big ones on, and then we'll take a look at it and come back and put our small ones on, okay? So go ahead and hook all your big dangles on. Okay, so we've got all of our large dangles attached. And this is kind of how mine look. They're flopping around a little bit. So now I'm just going to fill in. And I think what I'm going to do, because these are kind of rolling around together, I think I'm going to take a jump ring and just, I don't know, I say that, but then I don't know if I am or not. We'll see here in a minute. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hook all my small ones on. So just filling in, you know, just in between some of the bigger ones here and all around. We're just going to hook the small ones in and then come right on back. Okay, so here we go. Here's our finished bracelet. And we've got all our dangles on. I was thinking that I needed to put something here maybe to block these from coming around, but I'm not going to, because by the time we hook our lobster on here, that'll block them from coming around anyway. So I'm going to put it on and see. I think that it's going to be too big for me, and I'm probably going to have to take a couple links out, but let's look. So I'm just going to, see, that's what I mean by them coming around right there, but I think it'll be okay. Hard to get these on by yourself.
Good morning.
Oh. Okay, so y'all heard Chris come in the room and say good morning. He didn't realize I was filming. So I'm going to, I did take 2 links out because it was too big, and it was right in the beginning when I measured it. Remember, I put 2 links back in, but for some reason it looked so big to me. But I took 2 links out. I could actually probably take another one out if I wanted to. But here it is. Very boho, very, it's a pretty fun one. I love the colors Jesse James puts together. So I'm going to put this on a form, and I'll be right back to show it to you. Okay, so here's our bracelet, and this is not the best way to display it, but I've packed all my stuff pretty much. So here it is. I like it. I love the colors Jesse James puts together. They're just so pretty. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will have links to everything we used to make this bracelet in the description box below the video. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!